Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. Wembanyama with the rebound. Fox with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Here's Wiggins. A putback. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Spurs shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Now Castle. He has yet to score. There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. Wallace outside. Back to Joe. Six on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Wiggins. 18 feet away and he knocks it down. San Antonio with the ball. And Wembanyama outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got 8.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the Thunder making a change here. Williams scanning the floor. A wide open look here for Caruso. The Thunder with another miss. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Tim, for all their talent, the Thunder committed to playing the right way.
Well, they are unselfish. They trust one another. And when a team is this committed at the defensive end of the floor, there's really no need to try to do too much offensively or play hero ball.
Now here's Williams. No scoring in this one. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Wembanyama. A pass to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, and the buzzer beat is good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great...
15.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
Here's Wallace for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Fox with it. Williams picks him up to the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Wembanyama's got the lead up to 10 now for San Antonio. Lets it go with a 3. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Pass to Wembanyama. Vassell wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back to you guys.
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Barnes the screen. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Wallace. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Spurs leading by 7. Growing up in Arizona, Jalen Williams, Tim, was not an elite prospect.
Well, most stars in this league were blue-chip recruits coming out of high school. But, Kevin, not Williams. He spent 3 years in college developing his game, and he has worked his way into an all-star.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And stolen by Vassell. A 3 from Wembanyama. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Here's Williams. Barnes grabs the miss. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Wembanyama. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league could stop him when he's on.
To the paint, Holmgren. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Williams. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hartenstein's got his first 2 points.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Outside, Fox. Here's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Fox has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Wembanyama looking it over. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. One on Holmgren.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Barnes hits them both. 34 seconds left to play here in the half. Out to the right wing. And it's Joe, top of the key. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Wembanyama outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action in just a minute. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Pass to Wembanyama. Barnes the screen. Wembanyama outside. Barnes the screen. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low. He can handle the basketball, shoots the three, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain him.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are 2 things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Guys?
A unique talent. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. From deep, Williams. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Wembanyama outside. Barnes down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Williams. The Spurs have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has. He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Oh, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
Gilgeous-Alexander muscles it in.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
Holmgren gets the bucket. And now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Spurs passing it around. Here's Barnes driving to the basket. Excellent D there from Williams. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Spurs making a switch here.
Once again, that was your buzzer, Houston Steve.
1:58 left in the third. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander driving. That ties the game. SGA's got 22 points.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
Shot clock at 6. And here's Harper from the arc. For three, Vassell nailed from three-point land. Vassell's got 6.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It seems like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust, not only physically, but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Count it.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's WEMBY. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Holmgren. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. And both free throws good for WEMBY. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with great positioning inside.
And running offense through Holmgren. Great court awareness and really unselfish.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Thunder making a switch here. Here is Harper. 32 seconds left in the third. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Wembenyama. The three from Barnes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. For the lead, over in the corner, Williams. Castle with it. Williams with the steal. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
San Antonio, 47.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Wembenyama, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Oh, Wembenyama spacing the floor.
And when Wembenyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Here's Jang. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Pass to Barnes. Oh, good with the triple.
San Antonio foul.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
The Thunder leading by 3. Drives to the hoop. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Outside, Fox. And it's Vassell in the corner. Pass to Barnes. 3-pointer. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here we go. Holmgren heading to the hoop. And that one falls.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Now Wembenyama. They double team Wembenyama. Castle fires. No good from 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
And Mark Daignault calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Oklahoma City trailing. SGA. And the layup is off. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Wembanyama left side. Williams with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Fox. Releases from 15. Puts up the three. Way outside. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Barnes outside. Now Castle. What a response. Hitting a three of their own.
And boy, you want to talk about taking the wind out of a crowd's sails there. A three to take the lead just moments after they've given it up.
We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now, here's Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
SGA. Holmgren. Knocks down the three.
Oh, stay cool in a clutch moment. Holmgren not letting his inexperience get the best of him. Yeah, good job to take him right at the knee.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game.
Now, this team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
Now Holmgren. Hartenstein. Oh!
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble a game.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both in a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. From deep, and down goes the three. Now Wembanyama. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there's so